smoking pot, it's supposed to be when you're in your late teens, your early 20s. That's what it's for. Stop doing it if you're older than that. It's enough already. Enough. You know, I get it that you people can't put it down, but put it down. It'll never be as much fun. Oh, I started smoking pot at 32. Okay, you fucking loser. Enough. It's for children. It's for teens and young adults. That's when it's the most fun. You don't need to be doing it for your entire life. Your mind will melt. Trust me. You just don't need to do it. It's not the move. There's other things to do. And I know this is super controversial because there's a lot of people that listen to this show that love weed. Just try a little time without it. Just space it out a little bit. Take a hit every now and then. You know, you stop. There's something weird about being in your 30s and it's like everything's about weed. Something odd about that. Grow up. You know, drink wine, take pills. Take pills and drink wine. Get drunk. OD in your bed. Die. Do something adult for once. Be a fucking adult. Do something adult, like get a drinking problem and lose your kids. That's what adults do. They don't fucking smoke pot and talk about how disappointing the new Star Wars was. Lose your firm. Snort your house. Destroy yourself with pharmaceuticals. I don't care. I'm not telling you to be a moralist, but enough with being a fucking, pothead when you're in your mid-30s. Grow the fuck up. I smoke to go to sleep. Well, deal with your demons. Make peace with the monster under the bed. Defeat him. Be him. I'm just yelling this. There's just a kindergarten class looking at me. They're like, this was inappropriate to have him in. This wasn't really great, But I've had enough with the weed. Living in LA, every store's a weed store. That's the only thing left in this economy is the TikTok and weed. That's all that's left is just people dancing and edibles. Nobody can live anymore unless they're shoving an edible down their throat. How did we all sleep before weed? I need an edible so I can eat and sleep. What? It's a problem. It's a serious problem. Our friend, the kid who runs our website, Little Alex, they were going to start making him smoke weed because he's like very tiny. And
for like medical reasons, right?
Yeah, because he can't like eat. He fills up very quickly and he needs to like blow himself up because he's like this tiny little bird-like creature and he needs to just get bigger. So what he needs to do is smoke weed so he just eats brownies and stretches his stomach out or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how it works, folks. I'm just saying, I don't want the wrath of the weed people here. I'm just saying it's fucking do something adult, And there's nothing adult, but like there's something adult about developing an addiction to painkillers. There's something classy about a nice corporate pill. Slides right down, little Fiji water. You slide that sexy pill down your throat and you just light up a little ciggy-liggy and you have fun. Stop the nature weed shit. Embrace the Sackler family. Embrace... Sometimes I wonder, like, what if there are impressionable people that listen to this? Like, I'm joking now, but I'm also serious in a way. Like, I don't like the weed culture is not for me. It's grotesque. It's truly grotesque. People that sell weed are stupid. When they're out and they start talking about their weed company, you want to throw yourself in front of a car or you want to throw them in front of a car. They're uninteresting people. Okay. They just start talking about my friend Michael talking about weed all the time, and he tries to make it sound like he's, building a supercomputer. It's like, will you shut the fuck up? Yeah. You have weed and people smoke it. I get the fundamentals of the business. I get what it is. Oh, you put weed in a gummy bear. Now you put it in a meatball. You put it in a brownie. I know what you're doing about it. You don't have to go on like you're Warren Buffett of weed and talk about how fascinating. Oh, we got a lot of shops. We got a grow operation. Shut up. We don't need your mouth. Shut up with the weed business. Not fucking interesting. It'd be interesting if you're working with the cartel and fucking chopping people's heads off. But it's not fucking interesting when you fucking tell me you're having a problem with your graphic designer. This fucking kid that we hired, it's not working hard. He shows up late. And shut up. I could listen to my fucking friends talk about their stupid corporate jobs. I don't need that. A friendship with me requires you to shut your mouth and let me speak. We sit down, we have a lunch. I talk for 45 minutes. At the end of the lunch, I will hand you a script. These are the 3 lines you're allowed to say. I can't believe you are not more famous. It is a tragedy. Then you also say, everything you do is so good and it's all moving in the right direction. Don't worry about it. It's going to be great. And then I say, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And then we leave the restaurant and I pick. And that's a friendship with me. There's nothing else. There's no you to tell me about your the office politics at the weed shop. Who cares? Oh, he said to me one day, he goes, your business is so, you only have to rely on yourself. I have to rely on all these other people. You stop. I have to rely on all these other people. There's so many people. There's so many things. It's so hard. Everybody's, what you gotta do? Oh, you gotta work? Oh, you gotta work. You can't just sit around, get high, and walk your dog. Well, welcome to the races. Yeah. You gave a bunch of degenerates office buildings. Now they're all fucking like, it's so hard. Yeah, it's easy to sit in Wendy's and sell dime bags to me and my dirtbag friends. Sorry, it's a little more difficult now that he's like, it's the government's involved and regulate. Hee-haw. It's what it is. You have a business now. You're not just selling eighths from your mom's Camry. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I just know that my righteous anger is well earned, and I know that I'm right. I know that my targets are just, and I'm right. That's all. You just have to follow me, folks. I'm not saying you should do OxyContin. I'm saying, and you can't even argue me on this, it is more adult to be addicted to Percocet than it is to be high all the time. I just respect a corporate addiction. I respect when someone shows up and they're scratching because they're on opiates. Not fentanyl. That's too much, too far. But I respect a person who's just addicted to kind of a more exclusive drug. That's all. Don't smoke weed all the time. We don't need it. You don't need it all the time. It dims you. It dulls you. It makes you even less interesting than you are sober. You're even less interesting than you are right now with the weed. You know? Enough with the weed all the time. Now, we are sponsored by a lot of weed companies. And now this is awkward because I do want to say that everything I just said was a bit and a joke, and I don't mean any of it. And that I think weed is great. It's natural. It's fun. It's sexy and great. And I want everyone to do it every minute of every day. Every minute of every day. I just want to smell weed. I just want to live at Coachella. Mm-hmm. I want to live in a music festival where everybody's high all the time and nobody knows exactly who's talking to who. What? Who? What? I'm kidding. We don't have any weed sponsors, but I'll just tell you. You know, I get it. Your mind gets melted. And, I've been addicted to marijuana, alcohol, Percocet, cocaine, Vicodin, but really it led me to Percocet. I've been addicted to all of those things. And you can kick them. You can be done with them. And I'm not saying that they're all the same, but weed is annoying. It's like an annoying addiction. It's annoying. It annoys me. I would rather you go take pills in your bathroom and I don't have to deal with you and you can suffer in silence. Just go to your desk. Just take what you need to and go to your desk. I don't want to have to be inundated with your culture of your drug. I used to take psychedelics. I never got into the culture of psychedelics, which is like, go to nature, be a better person. I never did that. I would take acid and go to the Garden City Hotel and talk about the fact that the people who lived in the next town over, Rockville Center, hadn't really made it. I'm like, they don't have any real fucking money. Okay? Because I embraced the material. Even when I was high, I knew that the material world was where I belong. DMT, it doesn't matter. I take DMT. I go to the other realm. I'll try to sell the aliens condos. I'll convert them. They'll be like, we're all hypersound. I'd be like, will you shut the fuck up? Do you want a stunning estate? Yes or no? I don't need the culture of these drugs. You can do acid and be a materialistic piece of shit. I did it for years. You don't have to embrace, you don't have to become a better person on psychedelics. You can fight it. You could just take shrooms and touch your friend's dick. You don't have to, you don't have to have any great realizations. You can avoid them. You can avoid those. You can avoid those realizations like the plague. I did it for years. You don't have to be a better person while taking psychedelics. You can just be the same shitty person you are, except you see trails. I mean, that's what it is. How much longer do we have?
We're at 58.
58. Okay. We got to wrap this up because we have some ads and we have some other things to do. And I haven't eaten since lunch. I do need to eat something. I will begin the keto journey again very soon. The keto journey will begin again. I've been off keto because it is very hard to stay on it because it's very restrictive. But I will be getting back to it very shortly. That keto cookie guy was going to sponsor the show, or he fucking hightailed it out of here. Fuck you. Your cookies suck. They did. They got sugar alcohols in it. They make you shit. You can't have cookies. You can't have replacement cookies. Brian Callen saw me when I was on keto 3 days into it. I was like, have you heard of the keto bakery? Brian Callen goes, this is not going to work, is it? I was like, there's a keto bakery in Santa Clarita. He goes, this is not going to work. But to bring it full circle, here's what I think about Kobe. No, I'm kidding. But it's a great season. October, Halloween. We've got a line of merch. I mean, is this the nicest thing you've ever seen?
Oh, by far. Yeah, top tier.
I have never seen clothing like this in my life. Mm-mm. I'm not kidding. This isn't a joke. I've never seen clothing like this in my life. To me, it's epic, and it stays. It's amazing, and it can be worn in all seasons and all climates, which many clothes cannot be. It is not a particular style. It's timeless. And it has a feeling. Yeah, it is.
I'm imagining someone 100 years from now wearing it.
No, it actually would work.
Yeah,
it actually will work. And people will wear it 100 years from now, and they'll speak of these days. And people will go, what was it like then? And they'll go, it was a real knife fight out there. Or so we were told. But it's really beautiful merch. And we are, going to be introducing this very shortly. And we're hoping that people enjoy it as much as we do, because you worked very hard. Now, you emailed the designer.
I did. A few times.
So to me, I don't want to understate his role in the operation and what we do. So many people dismiss you because they just look at what you do and go, what? But really the reality of it is that behind the scenes, you're doing so much. And one of the things you've done is send a 3 or 4 sentence email to the designer of this merch.
With the vision for the
merch that we both kind of came up with, right?
I think so.
Right?
You had one, I had one.
Right.
And it's important to me that you buy the merch. It really is.
It is.
It is important that all of you listening buy the merch. And I don't want to hear nothing. Inflation's going down. The price of gas is going down. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear that your kid is sick. Your mother-in-law fell. The job's not what it used to be. The hours are getting crunched. The neighborhood's changing. The taxes are up. The water's brown. You got a pain in your lower back. I don't want to hear that you're vomiting and shitting more than you used to. That you wake up in the middle of the night shivering. I don't want to hear that you don't have anything to believe in and your kids hate you because you can't provide them with the style of life that their friends have. I don't want to hear that you can't get hard to fuck your wife because she's fat now because she's eating our poison food. I don't want to hear that you can only jerk off to women getting beaten on the internet because you resent your wife because she finished college and you didn't. I don't want to hear that you have 3 dogs and 2 of them need operations and you can't afford it and one of them's starting to smell. I don't want to hear that your father doesn't look you in the eye because he's ashamed of the man that you've become. I don't want to hear any of that. I want you to go buy this merch. And I want you to wear it. And all those problems are fucking minuscule when you're supporting a podcast you like, that you enjoy. Mm-hmm. And people go, what is that? And you tell them, oh, it's a show I like. And they go, how's your wife? Go, let's talk about something that's beautiful. Let's talk about art. Let's talk about a couple of guys that sit in a room and do their hot takes every week that I like. I like it. I like it. It's my time. I sit in my car and I get high and I listen to it and I drink. And that bitch knows it's my time. She doesn't come out to see me. And if she did, man, I picture it. I picture her coming out on that front porch. I picture her going, stop listening to that fat fuck and raise your kids. And I said, I'll reverse right into that fat bitch. But she never comes outside because she's watching Gutsy. She's watching Hillary Clinton talk to a reverend about her very tough decision to stay married. And she's drinking wine in our back room and she can't even hear me. And I'm out there tinkering in the garage, fixing it, finding it out. And the kids, they run by and I go, what are you doing? And they go, oh man. And they pay me no mind. And they pay me no mind. And that's okay. That's okay because I got a podcast that I like. I got a podcast that I enjoy. I got 2 boys who talk the shit I like. I don't care what this family ends up doing. This family's not going to produce generations of wealth. It's not going to produce happy people. It will end. My kids may not have kids, and if they have kids, I worry even more about it. This will end. It will end in juvenile hall. It will end in small claims court. It will end in family court. It will end with addicts with 4 days of sobriety scraping the skin off their arms, trying not to fucking go to the 7-Eleven parking lot and buy another blue to just get them back to even. It'll end in a suburb of Schenectady, New York. It'll end in Schoharie County. It'll end in Albany in the back of a catering hall. It'll end bad. It'll end at a funeral we can't afford. It'll end going into the ground with a couple of bar buddies standing around checking their watches. It ends bad, but fuck it. I got a podcast today with a couple of boys that I like, and they're talking about Hillary Clinton on the internet. And don't kid yourself, that means something to me because my family hates me and I have no money and I wish I was dead every minute of every day. But today, I got a podcast to listen to, and they just said there's merch. They actually just said there's gonna be merch. They said and my wife's gonna fight about it because we have an emergency only account. Like the last time we used it is when my son was accused of rape. He didn't do it. He was dating a woman and she was taking liberties with the truth. And he was accused of rape and we had to bail him out. This is before the no bail law. But before the no bail law, we had to bail my son out who was accused of rape by his on-again, off-again girlfriend who said he came over the house and had his way with her. And he assured us that he had not done that, but we had to bail him out. And we used the emergency fund. The other time we used it is when my car broke down. My wife was using my car. She's a server at a local rest stop. And she had to fix the car with the emergency fund. We've reserved it for those types of things. Son's problems and the wife needing to get to work. But I swear to God, if I don't get that merch, if I don't support this guy, yes, he has 3 houses. He deserves 8. He deserves 8. And I'll tell that to my wife, my fat wife, when she looks at me and goes, do you think he needs more? You don't know what he needs. He's not like us. He's not like us. He was raised in a different time, in a different place. And this whore, will look at me and she'll go, how dare you spend our fucking money on merch for this fat pig? And I'll say to her, you know what? That's it. This ain't working. And she's going to go, we don't have enough money for a divorce. I'm going to go, I'm not talking about a divorce. This ain't working anymore. None of it. The air, the water, the soil. I feel like I'm on an alien fucking planet. So I'm going to take my Tim Dillon Show hoodie and I'm going to put it on. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to listen to Freebird in my truck one more time. And then I'm going to blow my brains out and drench that hoodie in blood. And I'm going to have you and the kids find me, you ungrateful, grating, and horrible shrew. I'm going to have you and the kids find me. And the next day, like clockwork, they slept through the gunshot because they were all fucked up on their sleeping pills and their booze. But they walked outside. They didn't hear the old man. They didn't hear him tinkering in the garage. They didn't hear him. They didn't smell the morning cigarette. They just went up to the car and they saw the blood splattered all over the front seat. The old man was dead. But he was in his favorite merch. He was in the merch of his favorite podcast. And they buried him in it. And they fought with the Undertaker because you're not going to bury him in a bloody hoodie. You go, yes, we are. Bury him in that bloody hoodie. So my hope is that no matter where you are in your life, you buy this merchandise because it is important and it is beautiful. We put the time in. Ben emailed the designer. I was on the email as well. I don't really check the emails, but I'm on it as well. Even if you're going to kill yourself in front of your family, as I imagine many of you, I imagine 30% of the people who listen to the show are going to do exactly that. Probably before New Year's, quite frankly. I just hope that you do it in the Tim Dillon Show merchandise because it is beautiful. Because here's one thing. It's gutsy. You know who Hillary Clinton should have had on that show? Vince Foster's wife. I don't know if he was married. He probably was. We want to thank our friends at Gas Digital Studios. We want to thank, what's your name, the producer?
Francis, right?
Francis.
Yes.
We want to thank Francis. We want to thank all the moms and dads out there and all the families that are listening to this on their way to Freedom Fest. All the families out there in this great nation. You know, I'm humbled and inspired every day when I hear about the stories of the Medicare fraud and people that are taking advantage of others and people that are faking their own deaths. I'm so happy about it. I say to myself, you know, it's fucking, we're still fighting. We're still kicking. We're still kicking. And that's beautiful. But I think I've done a decent job selling the merch. And we're going to launch it soon, motherfuckers.
You can sign up at timdilloncomedy.com at the bottom.
How about you go and sign the fuck up at timdilloncomedy.com. You go sign up right now, because I'll tell you right now, it's
people who are outing themselves as problematic. And I've been excited by it because I think that's the first step to really healing and creating an equitable society. The first step is for people to come out. Jenny Slate, comedian, writer, the show Big Mouth. Jenny Slate is a white woman, and she played the role of a character named Missy on Big Mouth, an animated show on Netflix. And Missy was a mixed race character who had a Jewish white mother like Slate and a black father. I mean, clearly we're looking at Missy here. Missy is clearly black, even though she's mixed race, but, you know. Jenny Slate has recused herself from the show, and she's leaving because she said black characters should be played by black people. I don't think that's enough. Okay? She's contributed to the erasure of black people. And she's said that. She said she erased a black person. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what futuristic weapon, what ray gun she used to erase a black person. But I don't think it's enough to just say sorry and go back to your mansion. No, thank you, ma'am. Jenny Slate has to go to jail. She has to be brought up on charges, and she has to go to jail for no less than 10 years for what she did. This is not a fucking joke. Stop laughing, you white pig. She needs to hear every night. She needs to hear the bars clink. She needs to lose her freedom. What has she done with her freedom? She's used it to erase black people by voicing the character, a mixed race character on Big Mouth on Netflix. No thank, and cancel Big Mouth while we're at it. Sorry, Nick Kroll. Cancel Big Mouth. You're going to have to get a job with your family doing security-related matters. I'm sorry. I don't want to be this way, but I am. I don't want to be this way, but I am. Jenny said, I've come to the decision today that I can no longer play the character of Missy on the animated TV show Big Mouth. At the start of the show, I reasoned with myself that it was permissible to play Missy because her mom is Jewish and white, as am I. But Missy is also black, and black characters on an animated show should be played by black people. I acknowledge how my original reasoning was flawed, that it existed as an example of white privilege and an unjust allowances made within a system of societal white supremacy, and that me playing Missy was engaging in an act of erasure of black people. Put her in jail now. Put her in jail. Put her in jail.
Why is she not in jail? Why are the producers of this show not behind bars? God damn them. God damn her. God damn. I am only laughing now because I'm so angry that when I laugh, I get angry and I laugh. But God damn them, Black Lives Matter. Do you understand that? They matter on a Netflix cartoon. Put her in jail that Nick Kroll's parents built. Not even an underground prison. What do we not know what they do? Use Google, dummies. I get it. She's got to go to jail. A secret underground facility where she can be re-educated. Mm-hmm. Not my fault. I want to hold people accountable. They're being held accountable this week. That's it. No more games this week. Tim is here to hold everyone accountable. Will I apologize for the bit I did with Nick Mullen where we said that Orthodox Jews were wearing diapers to landlord-tenant court because they were pretending to be insane so they could continue to rip off their minority tenants? I will not apologize for that. That I will not do because I did not erase a black person in that. If anything, I called attention to inequality with that. You see the difference? Mm-hmm. I've had enough. For too long, I've sat on the sidelines while cartoonists have destroyed the fabric of American society. We cannot tolerate this anymore. Most importantly, though, Jenny says, to anyone that I've hurt, I am so very sorry. Oh, I bet that feels good. I am so very sorry. How many people have killed themselves because of this? How many lives have ended because of your show? I bet it's unquantifiable. How many people killed themselves, put a gun in their mouth, jumped off a building, cut their own throat, maybe their wrist, OD'd on pills, took a hairdryer and electrocuted themselves in the tub, asphyxiated themselves, hung themselves. I bet all of these black people that are dying tragically with nooses, they are hanging themselves because they found out that Missy was voiced by Jenny Slate. That is a hypothesis I have. It is not proven, it is a hypothesis, but I think it's pretty damn good. So I'm asking Ms. Slate, and the producers of Big Mouth to turn themselves in to the military. Not even the LAPD, those corrupt bastards. No, the military to have a tribunal. We need a military tribunal in this case. And they will not have a jury of their peers. They will be tried by a jury of people that are selected, the people that have been affected. The people that have been affected. Failed comedians will judge her. Comedians that don't make any money will judge Miss Slate. People that have podcasts that have 45 reviews on Apple will stand the judgment of Miss Slate, Mr. Kroll, and the entire show. They will judge you, and I hope explain it to them. Explain it to the people that couldn't even get a fucking free drink for their horrible comedy and have wasted their entire lives. Those are the people you have to convince. And the death penalty is not off the table. I'm not saying it's going to be. I'm not. But it is a tool, and it should be available to the prosecution. That's what I'm saying here. I'm done letting people off. This, by the way, what I'm doing here is what everyone's going to have to do. This is the new strategy with woke people, is to go more woke than they are. This is the new strategy. Like when they say we should take down that monument, you go, we should nuke an American city. That's what you say. If someone says, now I want to get rid of this monument, go, let's nuke D.C. Let's nuke Washington. Because they gotta look at you like, huh? Like it's gotta be so bad now. Like when she steps down of Big Mouth, I go, we shouldn't have a Big Mouth. It's gotta go. It's tainted. It's over. It's over.
That's what you're going to have to do. You're just going to have to, when somebody says to you, when somebody starts a conversation and goes, listen, why not get rid of all these monuments? Go, I will do you one better. I will do you one better. Why not get rid of them all at once? Let's nuke Washington, D.C. Let's get a suitcase nuclear weapon and nuke Washington, D.C. And if they're shocked by that or they argue against that, you just look at them and go, what? Oh, so you're gonna take the monuments that are offensive and leave the White House and Congress and the Washington Monument and what? No. We are going to nuke the Capitol. That is the woke position. And when things get when things get better, when the radiation is gone in a few months or years, I don't know, then we will go and build an equitable society. But we're not going to do these surgical strikes. We're not going to do these surgical strikes. We're going in with a suitcase nuke. We're going in with a suitcase nuke, and Jenny Slate will be publicly executed for what she has done to the black community. Yes or yes? Yes or yes? Don't get that. As the great Daryl Davis, drunk real estate motivational speaker in Long Island would say, yes or yes. Don't give them the chance to say no.
What is being an American to you?
This is what being an American means to me. When I was a young boy, I went to my friend's sister's house, who was mentally retarded. She was not diagnosed mentally retarded, but she was incredibly dumb. She went out. She left us there. She said to us, do not leave. You can order Domino's and watch films. We said, wouldn't it be funny if we left a fake ransom note for her? She won't believe it. She's not that stupid. So we went to the park to smoke a pack of cigarettes we had stolen from his mother. And we left a ransom note that said, I kidnapped the two kids. If you want them back, show up to this intersection with money. Well, this moron called the police because she actually believed that we had been kidnapped, and she started hysterically crying. And she called the police, and we didn't know what to do. And we eventually walked back to the house while the police were outside, and she was crying, and she grabbed us and hugged us like she still thought that we had been kidnapped. And she had called my friend's mother, and my friend's mother knew what was going on, and she was very angry. And she pulled up outside the house, and she looked at me and my friend, and she goes, I can't believe you would do this to your sister. And then she turned around, and she looked at the girl, and she went, you are a fucking retard. That's what being an American means to me. You see? Everybody has a different version of the joys and the promises and the challenges of this land, but that story really encapsulates it to me. I don't give a shit about this owning property and any of that other shit. But when she looked at her and said, you are a fucking retard. How stupid are you? I mean, it just made me happy. And it was the summer. It was a nice... It was a nice summer memory. But to me, America is about having an abortion with a gun. It's about eating a sandwich that's made of a sandwich. It's about being on a boat, getting fucked by a boat on a boat. It's about hitting a dog and, unlike you, not adopting it. Driving on. That's what America is about to me. You know? Mm-hmm. It's about drinking gasoline and lighting your inner fire. It's about crushing pills on a CD case and snorting them to feel good. It's about finding friends that you only are friends with because they have drugs. It's about getting a job you hate in the hopes that one day you could get a job you hate that pays more money than this one.
It's about finding someone to fuck who hates you. Being an American to me is about traveling without truly ever leaving, never really appreciating anything, being handed stuff, getting a lot of things you don't deserve and nothing you do. Being handed things, squandering opportunities, always attacking others, blaming, never being introspective and looking down deep in yourself as to why you are where you are or how you could have handled things better. Being an American to me means being entertaining at all times, even when killing someone. It means that everything in life should be a spectacle, kind of an O.J. Simpson trial. Everything. From your divorce to an argument at breakfast. Everything should at all times be insane. Nothing should truly make sense outside of the idea that it is all entertaining and for sport. Being an American to me means being inconsiderate in a very considerate way, meaning offending people only once you've gotten to know them pretty damn well. Knowing the buttons to push and pushing them. Being an American to me means figuring out that everything's full of shit when you're about 9 and oscillating between drug, food, sex addiction, and the mismanagement of your money to handle it. Knowing at any time that your government has orchestrated many different attempts to kill and enslave you, and still enjoying Top Gun. It's a good film. Being an American to me means never feeling sorry for a feral cat, knowing that it'll figure it out, just like you will. Being an American to me means looking at a disabled person and knowing somewhere down deep they deserve it. Oh, God. Being an American to me means you can summon up a murderous rage at the slightest inconvenience. If someone refuses to seat you in an appropriate period of time at a restaurant, praying that they get into a car accident where they bash their head off their glove compartment and they live to deal with the debt. Being an American doesn't mean wishing death on someone. It means wishing bankruptcy multiple times, that they have to go in and out of court. It doesn't mean wishing they lose their children. It means wishing they have to raise them. Being an American to me means everything and also nothing at all. We're a country of 350 million people. Being an American means watching people from all walks of life, all corners of the world come here and learn to be a psychopath. Being an American to me means being jealous, vindictive, petty, hostile, vicious, cowardly, brave, also being a liar, being a cynic, but being ultimately hopeful that one day the people you agree with kill everyone else. Being an American to me means concerning yourself with tunnels of children under the ground or government controlling the weather, but never with your actual position in life and who's fucking you that can actually reach out and touch you, because they're out there. Being an American to me means understanding that TGIF was a good group of shows on ABC. And yes, the kids got raped. Being an American to me means understanding that Wendy's in the 1990s was maybe the greatest restaurant that God has ever given man. That the Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich with bacon in the ranch dressing, lettuce, tomato, and a slice of Monterey Jack-ish like cheese
on a soft bun while eating in a Mazda Navajo you had financed on the way to a house you couldn't afford, but you had somehow figured out how to pay for that month, was a great joy. America's a collection of minutes. It's a collection of cigarette breaks. It's a collection of finding a bathroom in a mall. It's a collection of shitting. It's a collection of lost friendships, unrequited loves, opportunities you didn't take, failures, small successes, broken families, bitter, horrible, nasty, hopeless people that all come together every 4th of July to eat. That's what America is. There's something beautiful about it. America's industrial parks, our most beautiful places in America, our national parks, have become playgrounds for killers to murder people who go seek out their majestic beauty. America means that the government may kidnap your children and try to turn them into sex slaves or assassins, mind control victims, and brainwash them. But at the end of the day, Entenmann's is a good cake. And everyone likes it. I do. America to me is about telling your children to go to college so that they can go and haze other kids and kill them. That's what America means to me. America to me means you can start a podcast with your friend and end up on an FBI watch list. America to me means you can move to the greatest city in America, Austin, Texas, and live there in 100-degree swamp heat for a year because it's a truly moving experience. America means the great comedy clubs, the Comedy Store, the Comedy Cellar, the Stand, and others will be full of young children. And by young children, I mean 41-year-olds trying to make it as a buffoon. That's beautiful. America to me means that one of our most American sports, golf, will, like everything else, eventually be owned by the Saudis. That's what America means to me. It's a great country. It's a beautiful place. I'm happy to be here, but I would go anywhere else. You understand? That's what America means to me. I've been incredibly blessed to live here. I've met some of the most interesting people in my business and other businesses. And I've realized that they're not that interesting. And that's a blessing. That's a blessing. I've met some of the wealthiest people in the world, some of the most powerful people in the world. And I'll tell you right now, there's nothing more fun than doing cocaine with your friend in the back of a rental car. That's America to me. America to me comes down to 3 words. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth because someone else is talking. And that person is smarter than you, or at least they've robbed more people. America to me is about endless options for pancakes. So many different types of fluffy pancakes that you can put your head on and sleep. America to me is about the chalky taste that a pharmaceutical leaves as it slides down your throat, headed to your bloodstream to make it all better. America means finding your child OD'd in the bathroom. Getting the Narcan out and reviving them so they live to rob you one more time. That's what America means. Never give up. Never surrender. We have a beautiful and very, very disgusting country. And I'm proud to live here. I'm proud of all of our problems, our school shootings, our tent cities. They are our greatest strengths. It's all a matter of perspective. That's what America means to me. America means to me sitting at a bar next to someone, and I've done this, where you're doing shots and their 11-year-old child walks in crying and says, "Daddy, please come home." And he goes, "You're not old enough to be in here. You have to leave. Okay, little angel? Daddy will be home soon." And then the mother comes in and she goes, "How can you sit there as a man while your daughter cries and asks for you to come home?" And he says, "Bitch, get the fuck out of my face." And she leaves. And then he looks at me and he goes, "She's very selfish." And I said, "I think she is." And he goes, "Would you like to split an order of clams?" That's what America means to me. What a selfish bitch. Whatever America means to you out there, I don't care. Doesn't mean anything to me. All I ask is that you keep listening to our show and keep paying us. Whatever else you do, whatever genocides you commit, just know that all we care about is that you support us. You can beat your wife. You can torture your children. You could be like Jenny's dad in Forrest Gump, just rape them all. But if you buy our products, if you buy tickets to see me and you support our Patreon, oh, like they say in the opening scene of The Wire, it's America, man. It's America. So, with all of that, our show is exclusively moving to Saudi Spotify. It will be available only in the country of Saudi Arabia. And they're giving us $100 million. The most American thing I could think of to do would be to sell this podcast to Saudi Arabia. The most American thing I could do would be to open this podcast next week sitting in full Saudi garb from a palace in Riyadh. And don't think I won't do it. Don't think for a minute that I won't do it. Oh, Christ, I'll do it. That is the most American thing that I can do. It's the most American thing I can do. It's really the most American thing I can do. Because it's a country about the future. It's not about the past. It's not about, oh, the government did 9/11. It's what are they going to do next? It's about the future. You can't lose yourself. You have to always focus on the great things that are coming our way. My father said something to me that was very brilliant. And it meant a lot to me. We were driving once, and he said to me, he said, son, never overestimate your worth. He said, you're not that special. And anything you can do, someone else can probably do. And I always remembered that. I always remembered that. I think it made a lot of sense. He said to me one day, me and your mother, it's not that we don't love each other. It's that we don't love each other anymore. We're ending this marriage. You know, listen, it's no secret that I don't speak to a lot of my family, and that's okay. It doesn't mean much. It doesn't mean anything. You know? But that's what America is. America's about family. America's about family. That's what America's about. We're a big, wacky family. We're a big, wacky family. And my mother has always been, you know, pretty honest with me about this country. She's always been honest. She said to me, you're too fat to be on television consistently. She said, if you dye your hair, someone may give you enough money to fix your teeth. And she said, Barack Obama's a Muslim. Now, my mother's a great American story because she started out as a Weeki-Wachee mermaid in Florida. She spent years as a surfer, then having me, and then was a swim teacher. And now she ends as a paranoid schizophrenic locked away in a room. But if we only knew about live streaming, Ma, oh God, the money you could have made. The money Ma could have made if we just knew about live streaming. Because, man, Mommy would have fucking lit up those super chats. Mommy would have live streamed her way right out. It's a question of timing. Question of timing. It's unfortunate. Do you have anything to add before we get out of here?
No, that was beautiful.
Yes.
That was absolutely beautiful.
It's almost like I'm the one that should talk. This guy took him into home ownership. He doesn't own anything. He owns a sick dog. Kill it. Everyone, I hope you enjoy your 4th of July. I hope you remember what made this country great. Fraud, murder, and cool shit. Cool shit. We've got cool shit here. Got cool shit. People come here, they go, that's pretty cool. Be cool. Smoke, drink, use drugs. Make a lot of money. Die very young. Kill others. That up. And I said, today is my birthday. I want to thank my parents for all their support. This is what you created. Enjoy it. And my aunt wrote a comment, and the comment, let's not find it.
Let's not find it. Yeah, you're right.
And the comment was, and my cousin sent me the comment. The comment was, the saddest part is that you have your grandfather's name and you don't care at all, and you care nothing about his legacy. Very, very nasty comment. Very, very nasty comment. And you know me, I hate to bring family drama on the show. I hate that. You know, I don't do it. We can get this down. I really don't do it. Okay? My Aunt Kathleen, by the way,
Okay.
comes from me on Instagram,
brings up my grandfather and insults me on the day of my birth. Now, let's get something straight, you bum bitch. Didn't you fake a drug overdose? Didn't you fake a suicide attempt? I keenly remember you faking that you overdosed on drugs and you were taken to a hospital in an ambulance in front of your mother who had just dealt with Grandpa's death. What part of Grandpa's legacy were you honoring with that behavior? What part of it? Do you remember that? I remember you going to a hospital and then having the entire family go worried about you. Not me, but other people, because I know what you're up to, you clown bitch. They went to the hospital and said, "What drugs is she on, doctor?" And the doctor goes, "There are no drugs in her system." She literally pretended to be unconscious, so then an ambulance went to the home, put her in it, and drove her to the hospital, scaring her mother half to death. Grandpa's legacy. Okay, what part of Grandpa's legacy were you thinking about when you took his money for law school and then never practiced law and were fired multiple times by multiple law firms all over Long Island because you're mentally ill? Forcing your father to set up a pretend law office for you in your basement that you pretend to be a lawyer in. You added a phone line to the house to pretend to be an attorney. What part of the legacy is that? What part of the legacy is borrowing money from your more successful brothers and sisters and not paying any of it back while you sit around the house doing Percocet and drinking white wine? What part of the legacy is that? Are you honoring his days as a carpenter? Is that what you're honoring by sitting around and getting junked up on the couch, pretending to OD? And by the way, the life you live, you don't even have to pretend, okay? You can't even do that right. So I'm just wondering why you would bring up my grandfather, who I have all the respect in the world for, a legendary character, patriarch of an amazing family, rose from poverty, did all these things. Why come on my Instagram and say anything negative and bring up a guy who every day with your life and your choices, where is his legacy in mind, Kathleen? And I know you watch this, okay? In between reading Q drops and letting Fox News broil your already Vicodin-addled brain, okay? It's the wrong day, Kathleen. I'm the wrong one. You know that. I blocked you on the family. I got a new phone to get to the family fucking group text because you kept texting people about all the dishes they have to do when they come to the family parties. Bitch, no one's coming anymore. No one cares. I don't want to be near you. You should be in a padded room. How my mother is in an asylum and you have somehow escaped it is beyond me, and it's beyond everybody. You are a disgrace. Drug addict, potentially closeted lesbian. You've never moved out of the house. Nobody respects you. You are a pedophile, probably. You are gross around kids. Nobody wants you fucking taking baths with their fucking kids. You're a fucking weirdo. They got to watch you like fucking Epstein. So don't keep my name out of your mouth, okay, pedophile drug addict? This is the fake business mug. And the fake business mug is not on sale anymore,
No,
is it?
it's still for sale.
Not. Oh, it is for sale.
Till the 28th, yeah.
I just thought it was a bit rude how she came for me, brought up my grandfather, said something very nasty to me. I mean, what part of my grandfather's legacy do you honor by not working? This is a guy that worked every day of his life. So you don't work, you don't have a family, you steal money, you fake drug overdoses, you're a moral degenerate, you have no respect for people, you drive wedges in between people in the family, and you attack successful people in the family. My grandfather did none of those things. He was a devoutly religious, incredibly generous, brilliant, hard worker who raised an entire family. You are the exact opposite of all of those things. All of those things, okay? Every one of them. I blocked you. I got a new phone to get out of the group chat because I didn't want to deal with your constant terrorism or updating me like, hey, little Tom got his license. Who gives a fuck, dummy? Get a job. Get a fucking job. I have a job. Why don't you get a job? Stop worrying about who got their license. Nobody wants you near their family. You fucking freak. Where's your man, bitch? Where's your woman? Where's anything? What are you doing? I mean, let's get real. I mean, this is a woman who does nothing but attack. And by the way, fuck my fam. And I like some of them. But, and then my aunt goes like this. She goes like this. She goes, oh, well, you know, if I bump, she's told this to somebody else. She goes, if I bumped into him, I'd really give him a piece of my mind. How are you going to bump into me, bitch? I don't live in your kitchen, okay? You've never left. You've never left home. I'm in Malibu, ho. How am I going to bump into you, okay? Buying Tampax at the local CVS for your barren, childless vagina? How would we ever bump heads together? Keep my name out of your mouth, scumbag. You're a degenerate. You're a moral degenerate. This isn't even a podcast anymore. I'm talking directly to you. You are a failure and a moral degenerate, okay? Cum pig from a sketch a few years ago on my chest is a funny, dumb joke. You, my friend, are a disgusting nightmare that nobody wants to be around. You're a thief. You've stolen people's money. Haven't you, Kathleen? You've stolen money, haven't you? You know you have. Where's the money, Kathleen? Did you take it? You took all the money, didn't you? And then you go cry. And some people in the family be like, you're being too hard on her. Fuck you too. Hey, fuck you too. You think I give a fuck about any of you? Fuck you, bitch. I have a family, okay? It's Joe Rogan and Candace Owens, my mother and father. Give a fuck about you fucking clowns. Go do a fucking Irish step dance. I don't give a shit. This bitch is out of her fucking mind. You are out of your mind. Just bringing up my grandfather, my Instagram, trying to knock me like that. It's a shitty thing to do, especially from you, who's accomplished zero in your entire fucking life. So that's kind of how I wanted to start off the show. Because it's not the whole show, but I just want to, you know, get it out in the open, the way that I feel about this woman, who just every opportunity she tries to neg me, and she does it on a public forum. And I will do it now on a public forum too. So I apologize, and I would be worried that you'd sue me, but you don't know how to practice law. You're not a real lawyer, are you? Because you work from a basement. And you have pretend clients. You set up a Care Bear you had from when you were fucking 9, and you still have because you never left your house. And you go, hello, Mr. Care Bear, did you have a Dewey? Well, let's look at your options. You're a clown bitch. No one takes you seriously. You should be getting electroshock therapy. Bitch, if it was a years ago, you'd be Rosemary Kennedy. You'd have and I know. I'm not making fun of the mentally ill, but my mother's a fucking nut, and I know who these people are. And I know that your boyfriend, Donald Trump's out of office now, and trust the plan never happened. And, you know, you couldn't storm the Capitol because it's too far away from the fucking house you've never left. You're a joke to everyone. So if you come on my page again, I'm just going to do this again. I'm just going to keep reminding the hundreds of thousands of people that listen to me, some of whom who may know you, what an absolute scumbag you are, and how much of a disgusting pig you continue to be for this all this time. So keep going at me, please.